The sea rises. Minfilia wishes to share some final words on the coming mission prior to departing for Limsa Lominsa. Plainly, should the worst come to pass, and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Well, and I know it is. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. So long as there's even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. As I am sure you recall, her command room is accessible via the Admiral's lift at Bulwark Hall. I just remembered I actually have, like, Maelstrom Aetheryte tickets, but whatever. So I'm wondering how long this is, it's going to take before we actually fight Leviathan. Because again, as I said earlier, like, I know there's a whole issue of, like, basically creating a platform that holds crystals or something to get out to Leviathan. You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. I was waiting for that. I was like, is this going to be voice acted? Welcome, friends. I take it your Stola has apprised you of the situation? Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanlin to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Captain Shark. Ah, nice. It takes note of my current rank. Our scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbreda has charge of the garrison. So, read that Falkbreda, and of course the first thing that comes to mind is Moonbreda, which is coming up soon-ish. Obviously before Heavensward, but I don't know how much further. In case I wasn't clear, time is short, Captain. Make haste to Camp Skull Valley and request the latest intelligence from Commander Folkbreda. There may not be a better chance to learn the true nature of the Echo. I cannot well allow the opportunity to pass me by. Yeah, that's something I was thinking of the last time she was talking about the true nature of the Echo. I mean, we still don't have, like, all the answers about the Echo, right? I know there's more revealed about it in Shadowbringer's patches, but I don't even remember exactly all the details. Like, obviously, whatever, you know, Elidibus creating that illusion or whatever in the sky was enough to, like, trigger the Echo in a bunch of people. And I don't even fully remember everything about that. Again, hopefully going through this all again will cement it more in my head. Airport, right? Yeah, okay, it's just this outpost right here. And upstairs. It feels like I was just here not that long ago. You know, for something more current in the story. Okay. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. Well, Storm Commander. At least you could have called me Captain. Anyway. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. I'm actually kind of curious now. What is it? Profile. Okay, so we don't know which one of these she is, but she's one of them, so just barely outranks me. Scouts in distress. Folkbreda is growing ever more agitated by the minute. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. So basically that indicates to me that we shouldn't have to go too deep into the spawning grounds to find all of them. Okay. Oh. Okay, so these have got like the smaller indicators, which I wish they had for that little game of hide and seek. I was expecting just the big one over the whole spawning grounds. Help somebody of all the times to forget the restorative. Ugh. Maelstrom Restorative. This fast-acting concoction temporarily imbues strength while suppressing pain, allowing wounded soldiers to make their way to safety. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Alright. Okay, so that was just a one-off, and then this... Well, it's not even going to have a larger search thing because they're all located in the same place. Yeah, again, it's a small thing, but they could really save time by not making these interacting things so long. This one actually seems to be going faster. I think I can just go over, can't I? Yes. Excellent. So we just found dead people and not... Like, I'm sure there's still some that are still alive and captured. Likely to be sacrificed for some kind of summoning ritual or something. You returned. Thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you might meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? The mutilated corpse of a Maelstrom soldier. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. The Gift of Eternity. Valbrita awaits the commencement of the operation with barely concealed rage. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault, and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scion shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Lavenza and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Ugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Lavenza. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle. When last did we fight side by side, Lavenza? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. So I think I vaguely remember some of this. Like, I just remember being at that Aetheryte and there's like a cutscene with the priest. But other than that, I don't remember much about it. Man, I remember so much, I think, like fate farming here back in the day, likely for the relic grind or something. It's kind of sad there's not really been much of a reason to come back since. I mean, granted, we've had other places, you know, to grind, but just, you know, nostalgia, I guess. Oh, Stola! Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. Oh, straight into a cutscene then.
They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Cool animations and stuff. I just wish they could do that with our characters and animations in cutscenes.
To the Aetheryte!
Here's Molded.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Best Grand Company leader.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
Shoot him. Come on, Merlvib. Lord knows I'm not going to do anything while I have a vision.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
There we go.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
That's why you have to kill them before they get the dark power.
Mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend. Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
It's like the monkey's paw. It's like, you get this, but...
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon! Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Yeah, I was thinking with that cutscene, like I said during it, like, I wish our characters could get action sequences like that in a cutscene. And I know, like, how much work that would take to... I mean, they'd have to create, like, individual cutscenes, or at least segments within a cutscene for each of the jobs, so they could kind of, you know, demonstrate kind of what they're all about or whatever. So obviously you wouldn't do it often, but it would be cool in, like, you know, the final battle of the expansion that, you know, you kill the boss, and then typically you go into a cutscene and it's not totally dead after that type of thing. Where they could have, like, that one cutscene for the expansion where, you know, you can see what, like, you can see a cool sequence of your character, you know, say as a Dark Knight doing something awesome or whatever. Because, like, you know, the criticism for, like, a game like WoW is it's like you do all the battling, and then at the last second, you know, the real heroes come in and finish off the bad guy or whatever. And, well, it's not... I mean, it's kind of similar in this regard, at least so far as the story says you're the hero, but, There's a lot of it. You're the hero in this game, but as far as like the action in the cutscenes, you know, like you just unsheath your weapon and that's it, you know. And if you're a summoner or a scholar, you just pull out a book and, to me, just look lame. That's one of the reasons why I have a hard time maining them, or at least playing them through the story. The gods of this realm are vengeful beings. 'Tis of little wonder the Garleans fear their kind so. If we meet Leviathan on the open sea, we put ourselves at the Primal's mercy. We must think of a way to face him on equal terms. Though the mission ended in failure, I take solace in the knowledge that Minfilia is unharmed. Had only we arrived but a moment earlier, but there is no time to brood over what might have been. Leviathan is returned, and we must needs find a way to deal with him. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Thank you for watching this video. I've been having a great time going through this 2.x patch content. It's actually been a lot better than I was expecting. All the complaints about it, and I don't know what all the fuss is about. I mean, it's been some great story, some fantastic dialogue, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. If so, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please come and join me live on Twitch. The link is down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a great one.